Yes, this is the next movie in my Steven Spielberg watch and review marathon, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the movie that introduced the world to Indiana Jones. I've been a huge fan of Indiana Jones ever since I was a little kid. I think it was back in 1999, somewhere in between first and second grade, when I bought a VHS collection of the first three movies. That came with a video of Treasure of the Peacock's Eye, one of the young Indiana Jones TV movies, as a bonus. And I loved Indiana Jones ever since. Um, and this movie was a good way to introduce the character as a complete badass. Even though he's a tough guy, he can kick butt in a fight. He's a good shot with a gun, cool, tough with his fists, and can disarm a guy pulling a gun on him with a whip, which is the first thing he does when we first see him. When, and he can quickly evade all these traps in this cave that he explores. And yeah, this movie was inspired by a lot of adventure serials that George Lucas grew up on that inspired him to create the character, with each episode ending in a cliffhanger. Yet the opening action scene is just one cliffhanger after another. First it was the guy with the gun, then it's the traps, then it's the guy betraying him and getting killed, then it's this giant boulder that comes down and follows him out all the way to the entrance to the cave that he escapes. And these Jovito, these natives in South America chasing him all the way to this airplane that he gets into and escapes. And then there's a snake in his lap. He freaks out, and the pilot says, "That's my pet. I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them." I don't blame you, Andy. I'm scared of snakes too. Keep them away from me. Even if they're your pet and they're harmless and non-poisonous, I don't care. Keep that thing away from me. And even the action scene later on with him and Marion, when they're in this temple with the snakes that's full of them, I that just freaks me out every time I watch this. I mean, I know I've seen this several times, and they escape, but I don't care. These snakes just bug me. But this movie has some great action, some great suspense, great writing, great direction. George Lucas did a good job creating the character. Lawrence Kasdan did good with the script. Steven Spielberg did great directing it. And Kathleen Kennedy did good producing it. I think she produced it. And the entire cast is great. Harrison Ford is awesome as our hero, Indy. Karen Karen Allen is great as Marion Ravenwood, the love interest. She's not just some damsel in distress. She can be good in fight too, which she proved in the airport action scene. Well, it wasn't an airport; it was an airfield, but whatever. In the movie, they have to go to the desert to dig up the Lost Ark in Egypt in order to get to it before the Hitler's thugs do. So they won't bring it back to Germany, so he can use its supernatural powers to take over the world. India has to take it home to put it in a museum where it'll be safe out of the German hands. And this is in the 1930s, before America even got into World War II. And this movie does a good job teaching people history. And at first, Indy, he claims that he's skeptic of magic. Like, he tells his buddy Marcus, and also the guy who plays Marcus does a good job as well. He says, "I don't believe in magic and hocus pocus and stuff." But I mean, in the prequel that comes after this, there's magic in it, so that's just inconsistent line, just like the Star Wars prequels have inconsistencies that contradict the originals. But maybe Indy was just being sarcastic, I guess. Uh, yeah. And the power of God that comes out of the ark with the angels of death, and then the people's faces melting, great gruesome bloody effects for a PG movie. It would have been PG-13 if it came out today. Um, and I love all the practical way it was done with all these like fake heads that melted, and the like you can watch the special features on the DVD or Blu-ray if you have either one. Behind the scenes stuff, it tells you how they did all that cool stuff with matte paintings and prosthetics and miniatures and all kinds of cool stuff. It's cool movie stunts. This is all practical stuff, no CGI BS. Actually, I'd take this stuff over the CGI slop of today anytime. And the introduction to Marion, I forgot to mention, when she's in this bar drinking, showing she can hold her liquor and win a drinking contest and win all this money. It's cool. And she uses the same trick later to escape a bad guy. Great. I'm not I'm not gonna give too many spoilers away, but this is awesome from start to finish. And yes, there are still people out there who haven't seen this movie, and I won't spoil too much for you, but I recommend you check this out. I give it two thumbs up. one of the best action movies of all time, and it should have won Best Picture the following year at the Oscars, but it was snubbed for that Ordinary People movie, that Robert Redford movie nobody cares about. I'm just kidding. I have seen that movie. It is a good movie, but nothing compared to these. All right, that's it for now. Thank you. God bless you. And give Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Raiders of the Lost Ark as it's originally called, 2 thumbs up. All right. God bless y'all and have a good day.